All right, we've got a special segment on the AFL Today Show here. We are joined by Richmond rising star Kane McAuliffe. Thanks for doing this, mate, and welcome on the show.
Too easy, boys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. A lot of people wrote Richmond off at the start of the season. I don't think it was us, but a few other people did. How does it feel to prove people wrong, get a few wins on the board as a club, and see a great journey ahead?
Yeah, for sure. It feels like amazing, pretty surreal, especially round one, getting that win. But no, it's obvious. Like, we don't try to kind of buy into the outside noise, but it's just a part of the world. Like, we all hear it. So we definitely knew coming into the year that expectations weren't too high, and that was definitely fueling us through pre-season. So to be able to prove some of them wrong so far has been pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. As fans of the game, we don't always hear too much about Adam Yze in the media. We were talking about that just before. Just want to know, what's he like, and what's he like helping such a young group, and as a coach, as a mentor, on and off the field? Just anything that you got on him would be handy.
Yeah, I reckon he's a perfect fit, like the perfect coach for our group at the moment. Like, he's so big on relationships and connecting to his players. So
Yep.
coming in with a group where, like, we had the 8 new boys this year, obviously it's going to take a bit to get that group to kind of gel together. I reckon he's been the perfect bloke to kind of steer that ship and really get us going in the right way. Everyone's kind of buying into the game plan, buying in defense, buying into offense. Like, everyone's trying to get better. The amount of work all the boys are doing off the field, like older boys helping out the younger boys, like, it's been pretty incredible to see. Even working on from last year, just even bigger buy-in and that with the new boys coming in, it's been pretty amazing and pretty fueling to each player to get better each week.
Yeah, good call. Has there been any sort of those older players been a good mentor to you, or anyone specific, or even the younger guys?
Yeah, I reckon, Tim Torino and Dion Presti have been really good for me. Just kind of taking me under their wing, especially if they're doing their personal reviews after a game. Like, they'll pull me in to sit in there with them, and then Dion kind of runs our centre bounce and stoppage preview sort of stuff for the midfield group. So when he's trying to pull that together, I'll try and sit in there with him, go through some of that, which has been pretty invaluable, because just being able to see the game through their perspective, I've learnt so much. And then even just the younger boys like Sam Banks and Jacob Bauer, 2 interstate boys as well. So they kind of took me under their wing last year, and become really close with them.
No, I love that.
Obviously, Sam Banks has been such a big player, but Richmond is such a big club and with an impressive history. What was the feeling like when you first put on the yellow and black jersey and getting into it?
Yeah, it was pretty incredible, especially with their success like the last 10 years. It's
Absolutely.
such a powerful club, and such a rich history, and you kind of just know you're coming into a club and a system that knows how to win, because all those kind of off-field players, off-field staff, and still the majority of the players are there from the premiership years, so you know you're going to learn some pretty incredible stuff off the premiership players, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, 100%. And we hear about players when they're drafted, they live with other players. You started off with Thompson Dowell, but you actually moved in with a host family. What was that like, and how have they helped you settle into Victoria?
Yeah, definitely. So grateful for the host family, for just kind of, it's a bit of a luck of a draw, a bit of a random thing who you end up with. But I've been really lucky to fall with a great family, just like a mum and 2 sons. Like, so yeah, I've become really close with both the boys. Jackie's taken me in like one of her own, and probably the best thing about them is that I can still kind of live out of home, do my washing, do some cooking and that, but then those nights where I'm cooked from pre-season training or something, especially last year, I can just come home and just switch off from footy and just kind of live in their little bubble, I guess. Like, it kind of takes me away from the club, which is a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I reckon all the running in my first ever pre-season would scare me off at an AFL level.
Yeah, that would be tough. That'd be tough. All right, we've had all these serious sort of questions. Let's get into a few more lighthearted and fun ones now, if you don't mind. We've got a mix in young and old, obviously, at the Tigers. Who controls the tunes on the speaker on game day, the rooms? Is it yourself? Who controls the tunes?
It's probably game day, because kind of we're not allowed our phones and that in the
true.
Change rooms. We've all got there's the QR codes on the walls around the club, so we've got like a pre-game playlist that everyone can add to, but Nick Vlosson's got majority of the list. He picks most of it there. But then, and in the gym as well, we've kind of got little targets that you have to tick off to get like rights to the speaker.
Oh, I love that.
So might be some like hit a squat or bench, or like we do a Bronco run now, so big top 3 in that, or best and fairest sort of stuff. So yeah, it's a bit of there's a fair bit of a majority that, not a majority, but fair bit of difference between the tunes that gets played.
I can imagine.
Could be some full-on stuff, or it can be into some easy country stuff. But yeah, chops and changes everywhere.
What's Vlosten playing if he's in control of most of it? What's his go-to? Country
he likes some EDM stuff.
EDM, okay.
He gets it going. The boys get up and about.
Yeah, that helps in the gym, I reckon. And then just on your personal sort of music, what's your go-to karaoke song, or what would you be putting on the playlist?
Oh, no, I don't really have one sort of thing. I was laughing about it with my physio today because I'm in rehab at the moment, so there was only like three of us in the club today doing a run around. And I was on the music, and it was just jumping from everywhere. I was jumping from like a bit of house to country to some rock. So I kind of I just chop and change everything. Instead of having kind of like 8 different playlists, which might be like country stuff or rock stuff, I just got to put in one. And my physio was having to go on me today because he's like, I got no clue what's coming next.
No, I think I'm the same.
When he comes through and starts hearing some Carly Rae Jepsen, he's like, oh, what's going on this person?
I think that's what you listen to, isn't it? All right, I'm just going to put a situation out there, and then I want you to answer the question. So just bear with me on this one. I want you to imagine this situation. You're in the grand final. The Tigers have finally made the grand final again. You get out of bed and you're stuck in your room. You can't get out. Your phone battery's dead. The door's not opening. You're trying to open the handle. It's not opening. Who's one teammate you want to call in an emergency situation, in this emergency situation? And who's one teammate you would definitely not want to call?
100% be Cam McIntosh.
Oh, okay.
He'd have his K trade to work something out. He's a wizard on the tools. So
very nice, very nice.
And then for
someone or headband off when he's trying to unpick the door.
Probably headband on, gives him some extra power. Yeah.
I love that. And then who's the least, there's
a fair few boys I wouldn't call. Probably wouldn't call Seth Campbell. He'd get frazzled at the quickest thing. He'd already be too consumed by grand final day to even pick up his phone and check on anyone else. So, yeah.
That's a good call, actually. There'd be a few people not wanting to. Yeah,
is he a bit of a nervous Nelly, is he, Seth Campbell?
He can work himself up.
Honestly, fair.
And obviously, you grew up in South Australia. You've got the Moores Balls, the Whispering Wall, the big rocking horse. I have a lot of family there myself, so I'm always trying to go over when I can. But be honest, Kane. How happy were you to be excited to be drafted to a Victorian club?
Oh wow!
Yeah, I was. I didn't mind where I went before the draft. I was just happy to get drafted anywhere.
Absolutely, yeah.
Melbourne or Adelaide were kind of my priority, somewhere there, because it's probably just the easiest. But I was more than happy to move over here. It's been a pretty good move too. There's always something happening. Slowly falling in love with the city.
Yeah, we like to hear that. We're obviously talking about Seth Campbell before. Now we're going to talk about signature goal celebrations. Do you have any goal celebrations? And if so, what are you going to pull out when you kick your first AFL goal?
Oh, that would be...
No, I've got nothing. I've got more to worry about. I've got to stop kicking me points. So I've got more to worry about just getting it through the big six first before celebrations.
Have you got any for him?
Oh, maybe you pull out the Indonesian boat dancing or the... Do you have the Seth Campbell gymnastics?
Yeah, you have a flip in you?
No, I'm not. Definitely not.
Oh, there we go. All right, we're going to finish off with a blind ranking here. So just bear with me on this one. I'm going to read out 5 of your Richmond teammates, and I want you to rank them 1 to 5. Who is the stingiest player at the Tigers? So 1 is going to be the stingiest, 5 the least stingiest out of these 5 players. Is that all right, Kane?
5 the least.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So first one, you mentioned him before, Dion the Meatball Prestia.
2.
2, yeah.
Wait. 4. Sorry.
4. Yeah, 4. All right, don't mind on that. Sammy Lawler.
Probably 3.
3. Hugo Ralphsmith.
1.
1. Oh, he's straight in.
You can
tell under the bus.
He licked the lips. He's like, yeah. I like this.
Tom Lynch.
2.
2. Okay. And lastly, we mentioned him before, the backflip king, Seth Campbell.
5. Yeah.
5. All right. That's pretty good. There we go. We know who to get a drink with or get a coffee with. The Tigers now, I reckon. I think we've done well there. Thank you so much, Kane, for jumping on, and good luck with the rest of your rehab with your injury, and hope the Tigers go well for the rest of the season. Thanks, mate.
Too easy. Thanks for having me.